What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Quarantine Cuisine with Guapo Grande. Today we're doing a big bad ribeye steak. Let's head into the kitchen and bang this bad boy out.
Alright guys, this is me prepping the steak. Like I said, I got a ribeye. Got it from Trader Joe's. Not too bad. Oh, a little under $10. And we're going to get this seasoned up. Alright guys, just want to show you what I'm using to just season my steak with. Just take a little look-see here. And then, so what I did is I transferred them all to 2 plates. So I could just flip one on one side and just flip it on the other. And then we're going to throw it in a Ziploc bag and let that rest and absorb everything for a couple hours. Alright, now that we got this open, take our steak and we'll just take it, actually, hold on. Just make kind of like, distribute out the seasoning throughout the plate, kind of widely distribute it. And then we're going to just plop it down on one side. And we'll just press it down, make sure it gets everything here. Everyone's having a ball upstairs. And get the sides. Always don't forget the sides. And then we'll just flip it over here, get the other side, and just turn it. And just roll it around, give it a nice stretch, tenderize it a little bit. And then throw this bad boy into a Ziploc bag. Alright, once you got your steak in a Ziploc bag, I just like to give it a couple little presses. Kind of just get the fibers ripped there. And here's when you can add like a marinade if you want. What I'm going to use just like a little drizzle of black truffle extra virgin olive oil, just to give it an extra richer flavor. And then we're going to put this in the fridge and let it absorb. You usually want to give it like a nice hour rest. I'm doing this a little early in the day, so I'm going to give it like around 6 hours of rest. So really get to absorb all the flavor of everything. All right, we'll check back in a couple hours. Alrighty, guys. So first things we're going to do, we're going to make this in a cast iron skillet. Don't mind my fiance in the back. We're going to get that heat up real nice and then add some extra virgin olive oil to it. Just get it a nice little coating, get that warm up as well. Give it a little swish around the pan. And then from here, we're just going to wait and warm that up for a little bit. And, just make sure your steak has been out of the fridge for at least 20 minutes because you don't really want to cook a colder steak than you have to. It's going to ruin the inside. So for right now, I don't need rosemary. Oh, shit. I have this parsley. That's a little poppy right now. Lower the heat if you need to. And in the meantime, I'm going to crush some garlic. I like my steak garlicky, so I'm going to use 3 to 5 cloves. Wow, these parsley seeds are going crazy. 1, 2, lower this heat a little bit. 3, 4. Don't forget to crush these before it really expel the scent and beautiful flavor of the garlic. And 5, 6. You know what? I'm Italian, I like my garlic. So we're just gonna, let this heat up, get all that flavor and aroma out. Once you start to smell it, that's when you really know it's time to start turning them over. Just turn them over here. Alright guys, once you get a little browning on that garlic, it's time to take out that steak from the bag. And from here, you just let that bad boy sizzle up for 2 minutes on each side. And you're just going to let it, just don't touch it. I know you're going to want to touch it. Check it out. Hi, Taco. Don't let it move. Just let it just sizzle. Oh, okay, Taco. Alrighty, guys. Once you're like halfway through the first side, you want to put like a tablespoon of butter just to kind of get the flavor started to get going for the little butter basting. So just keep on letting it rest on this one side. Let it sizzle and keep doing your thing. Alright, move the butter around, let it get swashed around the pan, and we'll see you when we get to flip this bad boy. Alright, you know what, now looking at this, I think I need a little extra butter on this just to make sure it gets the proper hydration it needs. So just swizzle it around, and make sure it's melting all over. Put it on the steak, let it mingle a little bit, let it get to know one another. It's a little marriage in the pan. Butter, garlic, parsley, steak, sex. What? Okay. Alright, so we're just gonna take a spoon, baste it a little bit on top of the uncooked side. So, let me just, it's a little hot. Okay, here we go. Alright. So you don't burn your fucking hand, put a glove on. Like I did, like an idiot the first time. Alright, let's get it basted in that butter. Get that goodness. Fuck it, you're getting a steak. You shouldn't have steak every day anyway, so when you have it, a special occasion, fall out, you know? Live your best life, especially in these quarantine times. Alright, so, we're gonna check it out, and we're gonna flip this bad boy over. Oh, look at that crust. Oh yeah. She looking naughty. Naughty with that body. Alright, start basting this side over. And, you know, give it a good, you know, basting. You really want it to soak up all that, you know, rich and savory flavor from, you know, butter and the salt and the garlic and the parsley. You know, all these flavors. You want it to really get to know one another. Alright, so we're just going to set this down, baste it some more. And I'm going to let this sit, and I will see you guys in shortly. Alright, once you let that second side sear, you're going to just want to, you know, sear it right onto the side of it. Just every little square inch of the steak gets a nice color to it. You know, we don't want to leave out the edges. So we're going to sear that for about 30 seconds to a minute, and we're going to flip it to the other side. Alright, now that the corners are seared, you want to pop this into a preheated oven at 350 degrees. So I'm going to try for 7 minutes and hopefully get a medium temperature on there. Turn that flame off. And then, yep, 7 minutes. So I'll see you in 7 minutes. Boom. Alright, now after 7 minutes, you want to take this bad boy out and put it on a side plate to rest. You don't want to let it rest in the pan, because the pan is still hot, especially since it's a cast iron. It really holds that heat. So you're going to want to put it in another plate. That is looking good, though, if I do say so myself. Got excellent color. Alright, check out that Guap's Grubs plate. God damn, it's looking good. Alright, so we're going to let this here. You're going to want to cover it. And, you know, make sure the heat doesn't escape. You want it to really absorb all its juices. Because if you cut it right away, it's going to lose all its fiber and all its juices. Not all its fiber, but the fiber's going to release all the juices. And you really want to keep all that intact in there, you know? Oh, it's got some good color and char to that. Wow. Alright. So, we're going to... I don't have a damn cover for this bowl. So, I'm going to use just aluminum foil. Just trying to create a seal as best as you can, even if the plate is too big for it. You don't want to wrap the whole thing up. Just kind of make an indentation of the steak, and you'll be fine. All right, guys, we'll see you in about 10 minutes or so. Usually for steaks like this, you can rest them up to 5, but 10 minutes is what I'm going for.
Okay. All right, I took this bad boy out of the oven, let it rest for 10 minutes. I'm going to dive right into it. So, here we go. Nice and tender. Good color. A little overcooked for my taste, but I think it's a medium. I prefer my medium rare. If you want to get a close up on that. All right, here we go. Wow. That is excellent. I prepped all day for this. Even Ruby wants a little bit of this action. Sorry, Ruby, got garlic right now. I prepped all day, learned how to really make a good steak. And this is definitely the best steak I think I've made, personally. Super tender. Wonderful flavor. You can really feel like the mouthfeel at its best with steak. Perfectly salted, not overly seasoned, and you know the butter basting really does the goddamn trick. Because holy cow, you know, it's usually people would say cut against the grain. From what I learned, for ribeyes and New York strips, for big chunks of steak like that, it's not gonna. You don't have to worry about it. You just go right into it. It's like for hanker steaks and stuff for presentation wise. You do that, but this is a goddamn good steak. You know. All right, guys. That's all for Quarantine Cuisine with Guapo Grande. I'll see you next time.